Joanne Penna is an extraordinary HR partner with a tireless commitment to the growth and development of our team. She's strengthening our client partnership by building alliances with multiple stakeholders to create a diverse and inclusive workforce. She's also building our community outreach program from the ground up, a crucial component of our long-term client strategy.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Thornton and I'm here to tell you today about why I nominated Matt Rogers, the Chief Growth Officer for the Harvest Table Culinary Group, to win an AYP 40 Under 40 award. I've known Matt a long time, and the work that he does to support farmers and food access in the communities that we live and work is amazing. He's an inspiration to all, bringing guests, colleagues, partners, and even his family along with him on the journey. Congratulations, Matt.
Anyone who knows Eric Adams knows that he's an innovator with real vision. He was one of the chief architects of Quick Eats, our fully automated and digitized store. He also was instrumental in launching Munchmail and Rev Culinary Ghost Kitchens, which target both B2B and B2C markets. Next up, robotic kitchens. There's always something new with Eric. He's always on target, never a finish line. So proud of you, Eric, for this honor.
Joe Noel, congratulations on your 40 Under 40 win. You are nominated for your ability to influence with impact, lead through others, deepen client partnerships, and for your devotion to our team. Thank you for all you do every day, and congratulations again on this very well-deserved honor.
Kevin, congratulations on being a Aramark 40 Under 40 winner for FY 2021. Hey, I nominated you really because, I know you've provided some great legal insight for us, and that's always appreciated, but you also bring some different perspectives, not just from a legal perspective. So the fact that you look at the whole business, I think, is really a good sign and really a great way to be a partner to the East Region. So thank you for all you do. Really appreciate what you've done for the East Region, and keep it up. Take care.
Rachel, I just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate you. When I was given this opportunity to nominate you, it was easy. Since day one on campus, you have exceeded expectations, and I've had the confidence of our team and our client at every step. In my 30 plus years in the industry, I've never had the privilege to work with anyone so talented, and you would be my number one choice each and every time. So again, thank you and congratulations.
On behalf of Aramark Canada, it's my great pleasure to congratulate Brad Atkinson on his top 40 Under 40 recognition. Brad has worked in several operational roles in multiple lines of business, including operational excellence, prior to landing on the growth team in 2014. Ever since joining the growth team, Brad has done nothing but create opportunities for Aramark team members by achieving or exceeding his financial targets 5 out of the last 6 years. We were just awarded 2 large new contracts, which will see Brad exceed this year's target, again with the 4th quarter still ahead of us. Great job and congratulations, Brad.
Hello, my name is Shane Flynn, and I nominated Claire Wren for the Aramark 40 Under 40 programme. Claire has been a terrific leader for us in our facilities business over the last few years. She's achieved extensions in a number of our key contracts, such as the Central Bank, Oberstown, and also the OPW, while at the same time with the OPW also obtaining a new contract of vertical growth of approximately $1 million per annum. She's a terrific asset to our business, she's very client focused, and I wish her and all other participants on this programme every success. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Tony Anderson, General Manager of Marinas and Transportation for Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas. It's a great privilege that I introduce to you Robert Jensen. Bob Jensen started out with us at the age of 17 years old as a seasonal employee. He quickly rose through the ranks to become our
Jimmy Schloth, congratulations on your 40 Under 40 Young Professionals Award. Jimmy is our resident district manager at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, a long-term strategic partner with Aramark. Jimmy and his team have enabled us to grow the business at CHOP with the award of their new hospital at King of Prussia, which is outside Philadelphia. In addition, this team has increased patient satisfaction by 20% in the last year at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Congratulations, Jimmy. Well deserved.
Huff, and we're very excited to have you here today. I'm very excited to introduce Nick Bayer, founder and CEO of Saxby's. We are happy to have him here talking to us today and wanted to let you know that we'll have an open Q&A with Nick at the end, so please make sure that you're entering any questions into the chat box throughout his presentation. Nick has always been in the business of bringing people together, whether it's as one of Philadelphia Business Journal's most admired CEOs or as a team captain since the Little League days. So when he created Saxby's in 2005, Nick never really considered it to be a coffee company. Instead, it's a social impact company fueled by amazing food, beverage, and hospitality. Saxby's has since grown from one corner cafe to a 30-unit Philadelphia-based business with a singular mission: make life better. For Nick, making life better began by fostering an ODD, an outgoing, detail-oriented, and disciplined team, committed to the betterment of the communities it serves and aligned by their shared entrepreneurial spirit and Saxby's core values. The team spans over 500 members across the Northeast that represent the change makers of tomorrow. Nick is currently the entrepreneur in residence at Cornell University's School of Hotel Administration, an adjunct professor at Drexel University, and the executive in residence at Temple University's Fox School of Business. He also serves on multiple boards in the Philadelphia region. But most importantly, Nick is an advocate for young professionals, and we're very excited to have him here today to talk to us. Welcome, Nick.
Thanks so much, Leah. It's great to be here. It's really a pleasure to be with all of you today, and congrats to all the 40 winners for such an incredible distinction at such an early stage of your career. You and your family and your colleagues should be incredibly proud for standing out in a company as large and as remarkable as Aramark. Several years back, I read a quote from a man I've since had the pleasure of serving on the board of directors of the Franklin Institute here in Philadelphia with, Dr. Paul Offit. And incidentally, Dr. Offit is actually based at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, a great Aramark client. He said, "The scars of our past should become the passions of our adulthood." Now, I'm quite certain every one of you are immediately thinking of those scars from your childhood, schooling, or early years of your careers. Maybe your parents divorced when you were young. You had bad grades in school, a learning disability, or major health issues. Maybe you suffered from something even worse. If you're anything like me, you may have even felt sorry for yourself for years because of whatever your affliction. Today, Dr. Paul Offit is a world-renowned pediatrician specializing in infectious diseases, vaccines, and immunology. In fact, he's at the center of the process of determining COVID-19 vaccine safety and use for children, a truly special and accomplished human being. However, Paul was born with debilitating club feet, and after several surgeries and a recovery that forced him in and out of hospitals for much of his childhood, he grew a deep passion for the many vulnerable and helpless children he experienced as he recovered from his own infliction. It was then that he determined his scars, literally, would fuel the passion for him to ease the lives of future children by becoming not just a doctor, but a pediatrician. Now, as I'm probably not academically inclined enough to survive medical school and generally would generally pass out at the sight of blood, being a doctor was never in the cards for me. However, my scars are different than Paul's. I was born to two incredibly talented parents who, when they showed up to college, the first people in their respective families to do so, they had huge dreams. My dad wanted to be a coach and a teacher. My mom wanted to be a business owner. But before they completed their freshman year, they found out they were expecting a child, me. With the reality of needing to put a roof over my head and food on my plate, they dropped out of school and they took whatever jobs they could get. For my dad, that was sweeping floors in a warehouse on the west side of Chicago during the graveyard shift, the midnight to 8 a.m. shift. And my mom, ever the talker, you could probably guess where I get it from, she became a receptionist. They worked their tails off at those jobs. And although I'm biased, they were probably the absolute best there ever was at those jobs. But it wasn't what they were passionate about. As I'm fond of saying today, it wasn't what made their heart race. As the years passed by and I got older, my little brother Russ came along. My parents realized, and really impressed upon Russ and me, that education is what opens the doors to opportunity. If they had only gotten their education, the opportunity to become a coach, a teacher, or a business owner would have been right there for the taking. Instead, they grueled at their jobs. And to this day, they haven't enjoyed the immense satisfaction that comes with pursuing a career that you're deeply passionate about. Because of our family circumstances, the early schools I attended were challenging places to learn. Most of my friends came from broken homes, similarly young and uneducated parents, and school was as much a place to just pass the time than it was to be used as a stepping stool to greater things to come. I had the diametrically opposed distinction in 7th grade for simultaneously being selected as the student of the year and also being suspended for 5 days for running a small gambling operation out of my locker. The large Ziploc bag holding the proceeds, containing approximately $384, was swiftly donated to the student government, which embarrassingly, I was the president of. Later that year, my teacher, Debbie Eischen, asked my parents to come see her. She said that although it breaks her heart to provide this advice, she strongly encouraged them to send me elsewhere for school, a place that could nurture my growth, challenge me at a greater academic level, and relieve me of the distractions all too present at Jane Addams Middle School. Although in hindsight it seems like such an easy decision, in the moment it was really challenging. My parents really struggled in their relationship, and Jane Addams was already the 4th school I'd attended due to my parents' frequent separations resulting in swift and unexpected moves to new places and new schools often in the middle of school years. But like any great people in similar circumstances, my parents were willing to put aside their differences to benefit their child. Next up for me was a revered private college prep high school about an hour from my home. And while that sounds great, it was a tremendous challenge. Despite the previous academic accolades, upon showing up at my new school, testing showed that I was upwards of about 2 grades behind in every subject. On top of that, I had left an extremely racially diverse school where less than 25% of the population looked like me, whereas my new school was approximately 95% white or looked like me. It was jarring and not in a good way. 14-year-old kids can be cruel, and I was pretty quickly labeled as the outsider and from the hood. Parents forbade their kids from visiting my family home, and it didn't help much when the first kid to break that unwritten rule had her car stolen from right in front of our home. But who came to my rescue? Several of my coaches and teachers. Miss Merven, my English teacher, and Miss Del Petro, my algebra teacher, said to me quite clearly at the outset of my high school career, if you put in the extra work, we will too. I and they came early every single morning and stayed with me after school and until my athletic practice began, putting in the work. They showed they genuinely cared about me. They pushed me hard and pushed me to believe in myself. Similarly, my basketball coaches, Coach Meyer in particular, despite knowing the hardships of my situation, rightly and beneficially took a tough love approach to my development. They could have cut me some slack for being tired, being distracted, or even showed me sympathy for my challenges. But they did the complete opposite, and I'm forever grateful. They pushed me harder than I'd ever been in my life, and they nicknamed me Nails, as in tough as nails, and unwaveringly told me I could accomplish anything if I put in the work. By my junior year, I had caught up in all subjects, and upon graduation, I was recruited to play baseball by some of the most prestigious universities in the country, ultimately selecting to attend Cornell University. I entered Cornell with a newfound self-confidence, but literally no clue what I wanted to be, let alone study. If you asked me one day, I'd tell you I was as likely to want to be James Bond as I was the next day to want to be a lawyer, a banker, or a consultant. I bonded with my coaches, my classmates, my teachers, and I received one of the greatest distinctions and votes of confidence in my life when I became one of only 3 people in the 131-year history of Cornell baseball to be elected by his teammates as the captain of the team as only a junior. They told me they chose me because of my selflessness, my perseverance, and my passion to live every single day to its fullest. I never took the time to realize those things in the moment, but I certainly have ever since. As graduation rolled around, I began to freak out about what I was going to do next. My professional desires had only gotten more complex because as an optimist, I can teach myself to enjoy most things, but I hadn't yet found a calling that would ultimately make my heart race. What did I do? I picked up the phone. Back when they still had the cords on the phone, I picked it up and I called Mrs. Eischen and Coach Meyer. Confused and unsure of what would be my biggest decision to date, what my professional life could and would be, they both calmly, confidently, and with great pride said essentially the same thing. They got their college degrees and went into their chosen professions to change young people's lives, just as they now had with me. They were beaming with pride that I was about to be the first person in my family to graduate college and with a Cornell degree, being able to do whatever I wanted to do. I remember it like it was yesterday, hanging up that phone and saying to myself, whatever I choose to do, it would have to be centered on changing people's lives, and particularly through education and opportunity, just as those selfless mentors had done for me. However, through relationships built in college and internships, I had grown to love business. I'm at my happiest when I'm doing things for others, but I'm at my best when I'm challenged. And although I couldn't articulate it as such at the time, it was then that I knew being a social entrepreneur was not only my calling, but would be truly what would make my heart race. Being mindful of the time today, and obviously today's celebratory festivities, I'll speed up my story to the present day. As Leah said at the outset, Saxby's is not a coffee company. As you've probably guessed, it is a mission-driven education and opportunity company that also happens to make and sell a lot of really amazing coffee. At Saxby's, we can and do employ and serve any and everyone. Our most loyal guests range from presidents of universities and CEOs of companies to homeless that had to rely on the generosity of others to put some money in their hands. They all choose Saxby's because they know they're welcome and will be treated with equal dignity and respect. Similarly, we're proud to employ teammates with PhDs and MBAs, as well as formerly homeless and incarcerated, and everyone in between. And guess what? Every single one of them starts with the same training and with the same opportunity to develop and grow. That's the beauty of the quote unquote coffee business. It's the quintessential people business. And when operated like Saxby's with a mission to make life better by providing education and opportunity to improve people's lives, it's the perfect vehicle to be able to do so. Fast forward to today. Saxby's is a pioneer in providing education opportunity to countless young people through our experiential learning platform. In 2015, and in partnership with Drexel University right here in Philadelphia, also another amazing Aramark partner, and their legendary president, John Fry, Saxby's opened a really cool, impressively bustling, student-designed and exclusively student-run cafe right in the middle of Drexel's campus. The student CEO who helms the cafe takes no classes for 6 months, receives a full semester of academic credit, and has the full responsibility for the team and profit and loss statement. To put that into context, the business operates upwards of 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, serves several hundred guests a day, and employs 40 Drexel students. So the student CEO is responsible for a nearly $1 million profit and loss statement while leading a team of dozens of his or her peers. And this is usually done before they've even turned the age of 21. Today, we have over a dozen highly successful and impactful experiential learning cafes with partners ranging from large, well-known brands like Penn State to equally important but slightly lesser known brands like Bowie State University, a historically Black college in Maryland. We're on pace to more than triple the size of our experiential learning platform by 2023, much of which will come in partnership with Aramark. Manifesting our deep-seated belief that education creates opportunity, it's been the highlight of my career to watch our former student CEOs and the leaders they've developed in their cafes thrive post-Saxby's. An example of this is Megan Tezick. Born to a single mom in Northeast Philadelphia, Megan was a phenomenal student CEO for Saxby's at Millersville University back in 2019. She called me just as she was getting ready to graduate in May of 2020, in the teeth of the pandemic, and what at a time when many were calling it the worst job market for college graduates ever. She spoke to me through tears of joy as she told me that she had just landed her dream job with Vanguard, which has $7.1 trillion of assets under management and widely is known as a phenomenal employer. She wanted me to know that through her 3 interviews, all they asked her about was her student CEO experience. They couldn't believe the amount of responsibility she had and how impressively she could articulate the challenges of leading her own peers and understanding her profit and loss statement. She finished by saying, "Saxby's has changed my life." I'll be honest, I too shed some tears of joy after hanging up with Megan that day, and my mind immediately went to the feelings Mrs. Eischen and Coach Meyer probably had when I called them back in my senior year of college. And yes, my heart has not stopped racing since. My research is correct. There are over 250,000 global employees at Aramark. Today, you are being recognized as 40 of the most impressive, accomplished, and capable leaders in the entire company. You've undoubtedly worked incredibly hard to get to this moment, but as much greatness as you've already achieved, you have so much more greatness in front of you. One of the most important people who's ever lived, Winston Churchill, famously said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." My encouragement to you is this: leverage this well-earned recognition and your success to date to ensure your life, personally, professionally, and spiritually, is fully integrated in a way that leverages your vast talents to improve the lives of others. If you do what truly and honestly makes your heart race 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, I'm confident you'll change people's lives, and together we'll make life better. Congrats again, and thank you so much for having me. Leah, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. We really appreciate it. One of the things that really stood out to me from your conversation was around understanding what makes us feel passionate. And really what you said is you never think, or at least I haven't really thought about thinking through, what has made you happy, which is helping people, and what you are really good at and what you're best at is the challenge piece. So to kick off our Q&A, and I hope we've had lots of questions that will be getting filtered through here, is I want to ask you, how did you personally get from realizing that balance, right? So you wanted the happiness when helping, you were best when you did the challenge, to where starting Saxby's. Like, how did you think, okay, coffee, and then I'm going to start this coffee shop, and obviously not knowing where it is today or where it got to today, how did you take that realization and start the company?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's easy for me to sort of give a 20-minute talk and just sort of make it seem like it was figured out from day one, and it's just all been about execution and doing things right. And in all actuality, as we all know, life and business is just way harder than that. This has been a very iterative process. I did know through those, conversations I mentioned sort of during the talk that I think I wanted to create something when I was coming out of college. When I was coming out of school, almost 20 years ago at this point, entrepreneurship was not being taught in higher ed. Today, as most people probably know on this call, everyone is teaching entrepreneurship, not just in higher ed, but in secondary schools and even earlier. I've even guest lectured a 2nd grade entrepreneurship class once, which I'm not sure they understood anything I said, but it was an honor that they brought me in. So I didn't really know that entrepreneurship was going to be the thing, but I did know that I'm happiest when I do things for other people, like Megan Tezick I mentioned earlier, but I'm also at my best when I'm challenged. I think it's easy to be lazy. If you're not challenged, if you don't feel like you have competition everywhere, it's easier to get up a little later. It's easier to go to sleep a little bit earlier. It's easier to take a little slower approach to your emails or meetings. But as an entrepreneur, I like to say that I have healthy paranoia. I feel like people and organizations are always coming after us, but I work hard to channel that in a positive way. And coffee for me is, I love the ubiquity of coffee. Most people are like, God, Nick, coffee. It's like, you can get good coffee at a gas station and all these different brands and grocery stores and all these kinds of things. And you're right. That just means that the pie for coffee is humongous and growing rapidly. And I may take a slice, hopefully a nice slice of a large pie, not a try to create a pie that's never existed kind of person. And so I like the coffee business that's large, it's growing, it's ubiquitous, but having good product is simply table stakes. Like, you better have great cold brew. You better have great lattes and espresso. Otherwise, you'll get your doors blown off in our industry. But what do you do that's different and what's better? And businesses win or lose because people. They either have great people who are motivated around a North Star mission and core values, or they don't have good people because they don't have that mission and that North Star. And so I always wanted this, not just for myself. I wanted to work for a mission-driven business. I work harder, I work better, I'm more empowered and enlightened because we have this, but it's not unique to Nick Bayer. We'll finish this year with 1,000 team members at Saxby's, which pales in comparison to Aramark. But whether you have 10 people, 1,000, or 250,000 people, if you want to win in our competitive industries, you've got to stand for something. You have to walk the walk of what you stand for, and you have to invite everyone from the newest team member to the CEO and everyone in between to share in those values and not make work feel like work. When people feel like they're robots, you don't get the best of them. And I think an entrepreneurial, mission-driven culture is the way to do it. And I think coffee was the perfect way for us to accomplish that at Saxby's.
Great. There are many different avenues when it comes to professional development. Do you have any tips to identify what really gets your heart racing? So the key part of your conversation today, how do our 40 under 40 winners really take the time to figure that out?
Yeah, I think I actually heard you say it maybe in the intro, Leah, that it's very easy for people to give speeches or to write books of like, just follow your heart, like just do whatever you're passionate about. Like, I'm passionate about like swimming, but I'm not necessarily a great swimmer, and I don't know how I would make a life out of that. Like, I think you have to follow your heart and figure out what truly makes you happier, but also what are you good at? Where do your skills align? Yeah. It used to always annoy me, actually, in my intro bio. There's the quip about like the consummate team captain since T-ball or something in there. But the reason why we've actually kept that in is because it's true. I've literally been the captain of every single athletic team I've ever been on, and I think the reason for that is not because I necessarily prioritized it. I wasn't like lobbying to make sure that I was always going to be that person. It's because I like people. I like doing nice things for people. I like being present and attentive and thoughtful for other people. One, because it's the right thing to do, but arguably more importantly, because it makes me feel good. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel good to think of how happy Megan Tezick is in her job at Vanguard right now. There's a selfishness in that selflessness. Mm-hmm. And so my encouragement for people in the professional development is to be straight up and be honest with yourself. Like, what do you truly like? There's a lot of pressure out there from spouses, from parents, from neighbors, from your peers. They're like, do what's cool. Do what everyone thinks would be cool to talk about at a cocktail party. So I think a lot of times we pretend that what we're interested in is what other people think we should be interested in. So be honest with yourself. Like, what makes you happy? Being with other people and putting other people in positions to succeed makes me happy because it makes me feel good. And I've worked really hard to be good at that. And so I've aligned my entire life around that. All the nonprofit boards that I'm on, everything that we stand for and believe at Saxby's. My son, I've got a 7-year-old son who, until he was about 5, he thought that every single human being in the world worked for Saxby's. Like, one day we were walking down the street in Philadelphia and he's like, Dad, why are you not like just waving to everyone? I'm like, why? I don't know those people. He's like, well, don't they all work at Saxby's? And his notion was that everyone he met from Saxby's was so friendly and so nice and so happy that he just assumed that everybody worked for Saxby's. And you balance that against my parents who never wanted to bring me to their job. They never wanted me to sort of see or experience it because they didn't have the same pride and satisfaction. And so I've worked hard to align my entire life by what makes my heart race. It's not just what I'm passionate about, but it's what I think I've worked hard to be good at as well. And that's my recommendation is be honest with yourself and do what makes your heart race, not what other people think make your heart race.
That's great. Here's a great question from one of our audience members. What do you look for in team members when you're looking for passion in people?
Yeah, I mean, I think, one of the things we mentioned is, we have 6 core values. So our mission statement is actually just to make life better. We have 6 core values, and probably the one that people ask about the most is, and it's actually behind me. I don't know whether you guys can see it, but it's embrace being ODD. And so that's probably what we look for the most is embrace being ODD. And there's 4 meanings to that. The first is odd. So embrace your oddness. Like Nick and Leah are very, very different people. Leah should not try to be me. I should not try to be Leah. We want you to look in the mirror and be proud of who you are and bring your whole self, not only to work, but to life. That's the way we enjoy working together, and we can make the world a better place. The O is outgoing. You don't have to be outgoing to my extent, where like you'll talk everyone's ears off. We define outgoing as being a quintessential people person. Do you like being around people? Do you go out of your way to be able to interact and do nice things for other people? That's how we define outgoing. The first D is detail oriented. Do you get the little things right? The average age at Saxby's is about 23 years old. So 1,000, 23 and youngers. So we see people all the time who show up late for interviews, who show up disheveled for interviews, who forget to email back and confirm things. So we make it very clear to people that detail orientation, not just in our business, is critical to success, but wherever you go. Because in most instances, we're a stepping stone. People are going to come work at Saxby's while they're in college, and then they're going to go work for Aramark, or then they're going to go work for Vanguard, or they're going to go work for Big Brothers Big Sisters. We feel like it's our responsibility as mentors, as educators, to teach those kinds of life skills. And the last D for us is disciplined. So you've got to be disciplined enough to look in the mirror every day and be happy and proud of who you are. Be someone who genuinely likes other human beings, get the little things right, and do it every single day. We don't control many things in this world. We control the energy and the effort that we bring to each day. And that's what we're looking for people, is we're not Tesla. Like if we were building Teslas, we'd probably have to test your computer science skills. We'd probably have to see if your engineering skills are up to puff or up to the part, but we don't have to do that. We are a teacher, we are an educator, because I know that if we train people well at Saxby's and they go work for Carl, they go work for Leah or Aaron, and you guys are like, wow, this young person has a great personality, a great positivity, energy, optimism, detail orientation, they're going to do great at your job. They're going to be a great team member. They're going to be a great community member. And that's how we as employers and leaders do our part for the next generation.
Awesome. So this is kind of a 2-part question from our audience. Is one, how do you deal with setbacks? And then including setbacks, what were some of the biggest professional hurdles that you experienced when starting Saxby's? So I'm assuming they're probably interrelated. How you dealt with those hurdles is how you deal with setbacks today. Yeah, absolutely. So, I think the biggest challenge that we all have as human beings with setbacks is that we're so afraid of them. So we're just so afraid to make or have setbacks. And then we want to sort of like sweep it under the rug or push it behind us as quickly as possible, and I'm very fond of, I love quotes in general, so I'll try to keep them at a minimum, although I've already used a couple in my earlier talk. But one of the things that I love, and I particularly like stoicism, is the Stoics have always believed that we suffer more in our mind than in reality. And it's so true. Every situation that we dread, every mistake that we make is so much worse in our head than it is in reality. And as someone who has keynoted many talks which are headlined how to make failure or how to be a failure, like I'm really good at failing. So much of the people ask me to speak on that topic all the time. I've gotten to a place now where I almost get so excited about my own or our organizational failures to just like pull out the whiteboards, sit at the table with the team and just dissect it. Because to answer the second question,
Arguably one of our greatest failures in Saxby's history has turned into our greatest success, has turned into probably our claim to fame, the dent that we're going to make in the universe, which is our experiential learning platform. I started Saxby's foolishly and naively initially as a franchise. I just knew I didn't have any money at the time. I wanted to grow. And I believe that when people are entrepreneurial, you get the best out of them. So I'm like, okay, Saxby's, these are mission core values, coffee business. Who wants to franchise a Starbucks? Which was sort of my sales pitch without using the word Starbucks. And a lot of people did, and so we sold franchises, we opened up locations. We were successful enough that a private equity group came and invested in Saxby's. But I remember my very first ever board meeting, the chair of our board, of our private equity group, who'd been in private equity probably longer than I'd been alive at that point. He goes, Nick, there's two rules. The first is we don't make money unless you spend money, because no one could stretch or chop up a dollar better than me at that stage. And the second thing is we're not here to run the business. We're here to challenge you to think objectively and critically about how to make Saxby's great. And at that time, you mentioned in the outset, I'm the longest tenured entrepreneur in residence at Cornell, and I would drive to and from Cornell every single month for 7 years. It's literally, it was a lot of time, it was a lot of effort, it was a lot of windshield time. But I remember thinking to myself, man, Bob is telling me think critically about what we're not good at, where we want to go. And I'm like, the reason why they invested in Saxby's, our franchising program, because it can grow, is exactly what's wrong with our business. Like our cafes were hit or miss. You'd go to one, it would be awesome. You'd go to another, it wasn't so awesome. Everything about what I wanted Saxby's to do was broken because I was a bad franchisor. It's no one else's fault but mine. I set us up. I put us in that position. But to the first question, how do you deal with setbacks? I could either just keep kicking the can down the road, or I could deal with my mistake. And that's when the idea popped in my head, because if you think about our experiential learning platform, 18 to 22-year-olds running their own $1 million businesses where they're serving and managing their own peers right in the middle of their campuses, and they are the leaders. It's their profit and loss statement. They make the decisions. Is franchising for college students is really what it is. And so we turned, I guess lemons into lemonade, or we turned stale coffee beans into amazing cold brew, maybe is the better analogy. But that's my feelings on it. And look, it's so easy for me to give like this advice and talk about like, look at how amazing this was. A, I've made a ton of mistakes. B, I didn't always deal with those mistakes well, but that's part of the maturation process. Everyone that's on this call right now is under the age of 40, has had great accomplishments, and I'm sure is in a similar position. But every day, every decision we make, every success, every failure is an opportunity for us to get slightly better. We're all lifelong learners, and hopefully me sharing my experiences will benefit everybody that much more.
That's amazing. Talking about those experiences, do you think being the first in your household to go to college impacts you as a leader and how you lead today?
Tremendously. It's I gave a talk last week for a great corporate partner that we have at Saxby's called College Possible, which is an amazing organization that operates in many big cities in the US, where they not just help high school students out of disadvantaged backgrounds think about college, get into college, but graduate college. Because one of the biggest issues, obviously Aramark does such a fine, impressive job serving the higher ed space, but we have $1.6 trillion of student loan debt in this country, which is nearly double how much credit card debt there is in this country. And 70% of it is held by females and or people of color. People who have historically been biased against in the work environment in the history of this country. And so, there's so many. We're at Bowie State University. I'm on the president's cabinet there at Bowie State, and they have a graduation rate that is still sadly under 40%. So 60% of their students go. Most have to borrow money. They have all kinds of challenges in life circumstances that they oftentimes, at a greater clip than one out of two, drop out. So they don't get their degree, and they have more student loan debt. Very similar to my parents' circumstance. And so, I think that when I gave the speech to College Possible, which makes sure that students, again, think, get into, afford, and graduate college, because that piece of paper I'm no global expert, but in this country, if you don't get that piece of paper, the likelihood of getting the job that you love and want to do and being good at it is so slim. So you have to get that piece of paper is really important. So when I was speaking to them last week, my encouragement to this young group of people, they're 22 years old, there were 75 of them about to take on the world. They're about to graduate college. And I said, be better than me at your age. At your age, until I was probably 23, 24 years old, I used my background, as Paul Offit says, my scars of my childhood. I dragged it behind me like baggage. I felt sorry for myself that I was from that neighborhood, that my parents didn't have a nice house and a nice neighborhood and this and that. And I dragged it behind me like it was baggage. It wasn't until I finally matured and realized that's not my baggage. That's my superpower. That's where my grit, my drive, my perseverance comes from, is from that. So I encourage young people today to be able to leverage their scars, whether it's first generation college, whether it's a health issue, whatever it is, we all have them. Don't use it as your baggage, but your superpower. So yes, I do think that that first generation has helped me. I talk to my parents about this all the time. You know, I'm like, I'm sorry if I was a jerk when I was in high school. I went to a high school where every single kid in that school had a nicer car than my parents. Like the kids, the 16-year-olds had a nicer car than my parents. And I'm sure I was an immature little brat about it. And I apologize to my parents every day that I'm like, my upbringing couldn't have been better. Although I didn't realize it in a moment, it couldn't have been better. Thank you for not giving me everything. Thank you for making me earn every step of the way, because I don't think that I'd be doing what I do today, but most importantly, I wouldn't appreciate the power that we have as leaders the way that I do.
I agree 100%. Thinking about your conversation around scars and thinking about my own past scars, right? I grew up, my parents were divorced, and my mom, when I was in middle school, put herself back through college to become an art teacher. And I still think about that today and that grit and determination that she has. And that drives a lot of what I do moving forward. So I can 100% relate and appreciate that. Talking about goals and development, here's another two-part question for you. What's your next goal for Saxby's? You know, your next step. What is the next thing you want to accomplish? And then on top of that, what's your own personal next goal? And where do you see yourself doing and being in the next X amount of years, or however you'd like to answer that question?
Yeah. So I think it's great. These are all great questions. So to the first part of that question, like what does the future look like for Saxby's? You know, COVID obviously has been a challenge for every organization, but particularly organizations like Aramark and like Saxby's. You know, like our genius business plan coming into COVID was we had two types of retail operating footprints amongst our cafes. Dense urban high rises, like here in Philadelphia, Liberty Place, 1717 Arch, 30th Street Station, and college campuses. If you think about March 16th, 2020, all the way until really pretty much present day, those are pretty much the most affected pieces of real estate. So the first 5 months were really, really challenging for us, but it gave me the opportunity to hunker down here in my headquarters. You know, it's really hard to change the wheels on the bus when the bus is driving 100 miles an hour down the road, you know, but we knew come April, May, that the bus was going to be parked for a little while, you know, and so we weren't going to miss an opportunity to use a great crisis to our advantage, you know, and the way we were going to use that was we were going to figure out the right strategy for our company. As much as our cafe in 30th Street Station or in Liberty Place in Philadelphia is awesome and a great performer, it's not incredibly differentiated. But when you go onto Drexel's campus or Temple or Bowie State or Penn State, and you walk into these incredibly vibrant cafes with innovative, youthful products, 70% of which are plant-powered. We're a certified B Corp. And these $1 million businesses are being exclusively run by young people who are getting full credit and experiences like emotional intelligence, critical thinking, cultural agility. That is differentiated. That is disruptive in this world. That's the kind of thing that the world needs more of. So coming out of COVID, Saxby's is an experiential learning company. You know, over the next several years, we are going to capitalize on this sort of first mover advantage that we have and this ethos that we have to leverage our business to make life better. And in doing so, look, I'm clearly a dreamer. Like I'm a bit of an altruist. I'm certainly an optimist. I believe that Saxby's over the next 5 to 10 years is going to be the GE of the 1980s. And for those of you guys that are not old enough to know the GE of the 1980s, they were the talent development powerhouse in the 1980s. If you worked at GE, their hiring, training, leadership development was legendary. Everyone wanted their talent. That's who I want Saxby's to be. We find the Megan Tezicks, we train, empower, and we nurture their growth outside of this company. So it's weird for me to be such a cheerleader to wanting to bring talent in and then send them away. But that's what great coaches, that's what great leaders do. You can't keep everyone. And the more that they leave your nest and they love your company and they speak highly, the more that want to come to your nest and the more that want to do it. So I want Saxby's to be the leadership development icon of the future, a la GE of the 1980s. And for me personally, I frequently talk about being a triple threat, so I played a lot of basketball growing up. And I wasn't a dancer, singer, or actor. So I guess they also use this in dancer, singer, actors. But in basketball, a triple threat is a position where you can either shoot, dribble, or you can pass. So you're a threat in every possible way. Apparently that's the same for singers, dancers, and actors, but I don't have any of those talents. So I believe in people being triple threats in life. Not good enough to just be an incredibly successful business person who makes a lot of money and maybe donates a bunch of money at the end of their life. Not good enough to be someone who has talents and capability to change people's lives and to not use those powers in that manner. So for me, I want to be a triple threat the rest of my life. I want to be a business person who changes people's lives. I want to be a community member and a philanthropist that uses my business and my skills and connections to move their initiatives forward. And I want to be an unbelievable father and family member and husband to my wife. And doing those three things are very difficult and they're impossible if you're not committed to being a triple threat. So that's the key for me is I want Saxby's to be legendary for our experiential learning and our leadership development while maintaining my intense commitment to being a triple threat in life.
That's great. We're very excited to see where you and Saxby's goes moving forward. We have one last question to wrap it up. It's got our most voted question from our 40 under 40 group. What is your go-to professional development book, podcast, TED Talk? If we want to keep reading and learning, what would you recommend?
So I'm always like, I'm actually looking around here because I have books just scattered everywhere in here. So I'm proud of myself because I didn't grow up reading. As you can probably guess from my early education, like that was not something that was cool or impressed upon me, but I have been catching up over the last 10 or 15 years. So it's easy to go with some of the more modern books. Like I love Shoe Dog, which is the sort of the memoir of Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. My biggest takeaway of that, his company, Nike, one of the most legendary companies of all time, didn't make money until their 17th year of operation. You don't have to be an overnight success. Mm-hmm. Another one that I love is Setting the Table by the legendary restaurateur Danny Meyer. That book saved my professional career at Saxby's. That's when I knew that it wasn't about coffee. It was more about people and hospitality. And then two just legendary, iconic books. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence Other People is absolutely a must read for everyone. And one that was just sort of put on my radar, Think and Grow Rich, from a Carnegie that was written, I think, in 1937, has been recently updated, but it sort of talks about positivity and perseverance. So those four books for me, I feel like I could just read over and over and over, and my copies have been given out many, many times in my company.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And for our winners, we will make sure that we get that list for you and send it out. Nick, we greatly appreciate you being here this evening with us. It was wonderful to hear from you. We look forward to all the amazing work that Saxby's and Aramark will continue to do together.
Me as well. Thank you so much, Leah.
Thank you. So for all of our winners, our winner celebration is going to start very shortly. But in the meantime, we are actually going to take our 4 nominator videos that we've been seeing little bits and clips of, and we're going to play it all the way through so you have the opportunity to hear what your nominators had to say about you. We look forward to talking to you in about 15-20 minutes for our winner celebration. Thanks, everybody.
I nominated Shannon Braden for this award because I'm in awe of what she's been able to accomplish in just 5 years at Aramark. She came to us as someone with no employment law experience, just an eagerness to learn, and she's grown into an employment lawyer that I would stack up against any other lawyer at any other company in America. Every time I've given her a goal, she's met it. Every time I've given her a challenge, she's blown it out of the water. And I'm so excited to see what she does next. Thanks, Shannon.
Marina Jacobs quickly assumed a leadership position within the facilities marketing department well beyond her years. When the pandemic struck, she had only been an employee for 5 months. However, despite limited knowledge of facilities, a frozen vacancy in the department, and the challenges of the pandemic, she rose to the occasion and excelled. Because of her inquisitive nature and can-do attitude, we delivered an unprecedented amount of new content, innovation, and value for our clients and prospects. I am so pleased to nominate Marina for this award and so very proud of all of her accomplishments.
The winner I nominated is Emma Kirk of the Aramark Offshore Finance team. Emma is an extremely dedicated professional with a keen attention to detail, tremendous work ethic, and she possesses strong leadership qualities. Emma is also highly commercial and often contributes with suggestions that improve the bottom line, and is regularly sought out by colleagues for guidance and advice on client and contractual matters.
It is my pleasure to introduce Chanel Brown as one of Aramark's 40 Under 40. Chanel has been a Director of Business Development for the Higher Ed Growth Team. Chanel is tenacious, she's persistent, she's an absolute rock star. She develops great client relationships. Chanel has been one of our top sellers in the short tenure she's been with us at Aramark. And I'm so excited to also announce that we recently promoted Chanel to Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for Higher Education. Chanel also plays a very important leadership role at Aramark. She is one of the co-chairs of Aramark's Lead ERG. Please join me in congratulating Chanel on her well-deserved recognition and award.
Hi, I'm Katie Hartman-Mart, and I nominated Tiffany Kalin for the Aramark Young Professionals 40 Under 40. Tiffany does a tremendous job in our uniform business, leading the strategic account install desk team. Tiffany has developed and trained a very young team to a very high level of performance, and she has also been just a crucial part of contributions to several of our new technologies that make Aramark a differentiator in the marketplace. Congratulations, Tiffany.
Congratulations goes out to William Chan. Will, it was my pleasure to nominate you for the Aramark Young Professionals Top 40 Under 40 for all the work that you do in being a tireless networker in your region, as well as always taking our programs and innovating with them and finding new ways to apply value to our clients and also give feedback to the team so that we can use them all better ourselves. Thanks again, Will, and congratulations.
I nominated Dan Regler because he is the epitome of a leader under 40. He's always there for all of us here in K-12. He's a regulations expert, a financial expert, and overall just a go-to guy for everything we need done from a financial aspect in Aramark. Great job, Dan, and congratulations.
I'd like to congratulate all the 40 Under 40 award winners, including James Nugent. James, your help and support with the build and now operating the National Service Center is greatly appreciated. We wish you the best of luck and continued success as you grow within the Aramark family. Thank you.
Justin, I just wanted to congratulate you on being one of the AYP 40 Under 40 winners for 2021. Hey, the reason I nominated you is really when you look through your portfolio, you really created some strong performance-based relationships with clients. And that has been the key to your success. It really, really has. So that has enabled us to do some things differently at each one of your accounts. And that's a rarity, I think, in the K-12 business. I also appreciate the fact that, you really look at the bigger picture, not just your business, but the business of the region and the business of the line of business. So taking that, sharing those best practices that come out of your areas and utilizing other best practices, I think is a key strength of yours. So keep up the good work. I look forward to continuing to work with you, and thank you for all you do.
Jackie Broadus personifies the Aramark value, set goals, act, win. Her leadership, professionalism, and selfless commitment to our community are critical to our ability to meet and exceed client expectations here at Chicago Public Schools, the nation's third largest school district.
Congratulations to all the 40 and under 40 winners. To be recognized this early in your career for your outstanding leadership is a tremendous honor. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize Jordan Glazier and Bob Jensen from our leisure team. We are so proud of you. Again, congratulations to all, and keep up the great work.
Hello everyone, my name is Chris Froyo. I'm the Associate Vice President of Strategic Accounts Management for Canadian Linen and Uniform Service. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Eric Laughlin, a key account manager on our team. Eric is a sales leader and mentor on our team and in his community. Congratulations, Eric. Well done and well deserved.
Katerina is an excellent lawyer, a talented and engaging communicator with a strong business understanding. She thinks out of the box, consolidates different perspectives, and is a valued advisor for our businesses. Katerina has a key role for the GDPR implementation in Europe.
Whether it's developing communications plans, pumping out press releases, managing social media channels, or coordinating interviews, Erin Noss is consistently finding ways to elevate Aramark's profile and promote its brand. Her skills and talent transcend the communications function, and she plays a vital role in telling the Aramark story. While the communications department has long celebrated your work, Erin, we're so excited that your contributions are now being recognized broadly across the company. Congratulations on this honor, but more importantly, thanks for being a great teammate. And remember, keep your elbows sharp.
Diego has been recognized for his contribution as a business partner to the supply chain area, working with Argentina, Chile, and Mexico team. He is a trusted person, always having compliance as his top of mind and looking for opportunities to exceed the financial results. Congratulations, Diego, and happy to continue working with you.
I nominated Nita Tepsavan. Nita lives the Aramark mission to deliver experiences that enrich and nourish lives, both as a leader in the workplace and through her service in the greater Nashville community. Her nature is to put others first with a passion for service, integrity, and respect in all that she pursues, whether solving problems at work, engaging with coworkers, her family, or those in the broader community.
I have been working with Lin Long for over 7 years, and I'm honored to have her in my team. Her passion and engagement for serving the frontline has made her an essential partner for the success story in China. She has been widely recognized by Aramark China leaders and peers for her efficiency, her solid legal expertise, and her business partner attitude. I look forward to her greater success in Aramark.
Paula Garcia was nominated one of the talents 40 under 40, one of the for us emerging talents within HR. She's been very successful during the last year. She was promoted to be responsible of talent development for Latin America, and she has done a tremendous job going beyond the expectations. So all business leader, management team of the region really recognize on her the values. She's a role model in terms of the HR culture. So we are very proud to have her within this select group of professionals.
We nominated Emily Ramsdale to Aramark's Young Professional 40 Under 40. Emily focuses on the well-being of others and leading her Aramark team to provide the best patient care, visitor experience, and innovation. But hospitality in her workplace is only the beginning for this compassionate, caring community member. Congratulations, Emily. The entire Healthcare West region is so proud of you.
Hi, my name is Liz No. I'm the district manager for the Mid-Atlantic District in Sports and Entertainment. My nominee I'm here to talk about is John Gilbert. The list of reasons why I didn't nominate John is far shorter than the list of reasons why I did, but I'll say this. The minute I interviewed John 2 years ago, I knew he had the it factor. He's turned around our relationship with our client at Guinness, and he's used that as a selling tool for us to sell numerous other businesses over the last 2 years. Thanks for everything you do, John. Congratulations. I couldn't think of anyone who deserves it more.
Brianne Pennant is an extraordinary HR partner with a tireless commitment to the growth and development of our team. She's strengthening our client partnership by building alliances with multiple stakeholders to create a diverse and inclusive workforce. She's also building our community outreach program from the ground up, a crucial component of our long-term client strategy.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Thornton and I'm here to tell you today about why I nominated Matt Rogers, the Chief Growth Officer for the Harvest Table Culinary Group, to win an AYP 40 Under 40 award. I've known Matt a long time, and the work that he does to support farmers and food access in the communities that we live and work is amazing. He's an inspiration to all, bringing guests, colleagues, partners, and even his family along with him on the journey. Congratulations, Matt.
Anyone who knows Eric Adams knows that he's an innovator with real vision. He was one of the chief architects of Quick Eats, our fully automated and digitized store. He also was instrumental in launching Munchmail and Rev Culinary Ghost Kitchens, which target both B2B and B2C markets. Next up, robotic kitchens. There's always something new with Eric. He's always on target, never a finish line. So proud of you, Eric, for this honor.
Joe Noel, congratulations on your 40 Under 40 win. You were nominated for your ability to influence with impact, lead through others, deepen client partnerships, and for your devotion to our team. Thank you for all you do every day, and congratulations again on this very well-deserved honor.
Kevin, congratulations on being a Aramark 40 Under 40 winner for FY 2021. Hey, I nominated you really because, I know you've provided some great legal insight for us, and that's always appreciated, but you also bring some different perspectives, not just from a legal perspective. So the fact that you look at the whole business, I think, is really a good sign and really a great way to be a partner to the East region. So thank you for all you do. Really appreciate what you've done for the East region, and keep it up. Take care.
Rachel, I just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate you. When I was given this opportunity to nominate you, it was easy. Since day one on campus, you have exceeded expectations, and I've had the confidence of our team and our client at every step. In my 30 plus years in the industry, I've never had the privilege to work with anyone so talented, and you would be my number one choice each and every time. So again, thank you and congratulations.
On behalf of Aramark Canada, it's my great pleasure to congratulate Brad Atkinson on his top 40 Under 40 recognition. Brad has worked in several operational roles in multiple lines of business, including operational excellence, prior to landing on the growth team in 2014. Ever since joining the growth team, Brad has done nothing but create opportunities for Aramark team members by achieving or exceeding his financial targets 5 out of the last 6 years. We were just awarded 2 large new contracts, which will see Brad exceed this year's target, again with the 4th quarter still ahead of us. Great job and congratulations, Brad.
Hello, my name is Shane Flynn, and I nominated Claire Rain for the Aramark 40 Under 40 programme. Claire has been a terrific leader for us in our facilities business over the last few years. She's achieved extensions in a number of our key contracts, such as the Central Bank, Oberstown, and also the OPW, while at the same time with the OPW also obtaining a new contract of vertical growth of approximately $1 million per annum. She's a terrific asset to our business, she's very client focused, and I wish her and all other participants on this programme every success. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Tony Anderson, General Manager of Marinas and Transportation for Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas. It's a great privilege that I introduce to you Robert Jensen. Bob Jensen started out with us at the age of 17 years old as a seasonal employee. He quickly rose through the ranks to become our
Jimmy Schloth, congratulations on your 40 Under 40 Young Professionals Award. Jimmy is our resident district manager at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, a long-term strategic partner with Aramark. Jimmy and his team have enabled us to grow the business at CHOP with the award of their new hospital at King of Prussia, which is outside Philadelphia. In addition, this team has increased patient satisfaction by 20% in the last year at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Congratulations, Jimmy. Well deserved.
Aaron Mosier. Aaron's been successful in multiple lines of businesses in both sales and operations. And the reason why Erin was nominated because of her exceptional leadership skills, her commitment to develop her people, and the overall success of Aramark Corporation.
Hello, my name is Christopher Warren. I'm the General Manager for Aramark here at NRG Park in Houston, Texas. My nomination was Marcus Williams. Marcus has been part of the family at NRG Park here for over 18 years. Marcus started his career as an hourly runner and has worked his way up to the Director of Concessions here at the park. Marcus's compassion, dedication, and drive to continually better himself and the team around him is second to none. Marcus's commitment to the team is at the core of what makes him a true leader at NRG Park and Aramark. Congratulations, Marcus, for being selected as part of the inaugural class of Aramark's 40 Under 40.
I'm really pleased Sarah Folds was successful with the nomination. Sarah not only adds value in her current field and contract, but in the wider Aramark UK business as well. Sarah really goes out of her way to engage, encourage and develop the business, and everything she does is as an ambassador for Aramark. Really well done, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Jenna Heggerich, and I nominated Katie Tracy. Katie's an excellent example of a young female leader. She approaches her career with integrity, enthusiasm, and grit. She always does the right thing, and I consider myself lucky to call Katie a colleague and a friend. Congrats again.
Matt Murray is a catalyst for change and improvement, focusing his support on our operations team. He uses his skills and knowledge to develop tools and provide resources to help the operations team meet or exceed client and Aramark expectations. Matt sees the big picture very clearly and has the ability to dive into the details to develop solutions to advance critical areas of importance for the region. While his recommendations are focused on achieving the overall goals, they also consider the impact to the end user, resulting in efficient solutions.
This is Natalie Santos, Vice President of Specialty Supply Chain, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to recognize Hamza Abu Ragheb as an Aramark 40 Under 40 awardee. Hamza is so passionate about the work he does both inside and outside the organization. Through mentoring, volunteering, and collaboration, he has been an essential contributor to driving progress against our sustainable sourcing commitments. Thank you so much, Hamza, for all the great work you do to help Aramark create a better planet for our people and communities we serve.
Mackenzie Graff is a fast learner who is always motivated by what's best for the business. Whether in her prior position in sourcing or her current one in IT, Mackenzie always approaches her projects holistically and learns as much as she can, not just enough to complete the project. Her passion and dedication have been a great part of my team's successes, and we're all very proud of her for sharing this win with so many other talented associates. Congratulations, Mackenzie.
Hi, my name is Stacey Langen, and I'm the RVP of the East Region for Corrections. I'm very excited to be here to congratulate Stephen Grant. He's our district manager from the PA, Maryland, DC, and Virginia markets, who is now being inducted into AYP's 40 Under 40. Stephen has been with Aramark for 15 years across multiple business units. He has a proven track record of delivering on financial results, building high-performing teams, and consistently exceeding client expectations, all while delivering on Aramark's mission. So again, congratulations, Stephen. Very much deserved.
We are very excited to celebrate Tony Beasley today. Since 2006, when he started as housekeeper, Tony has risen up the ranks at Aramark to his current role as resident district manager. Tony is currently pursuing his Master's of Business Administration and continues to support the environment, including the Potomac River Keepers Project. Thank you for all you do every day, Tony, and congratulations on this well-deserved win.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Aramark 40 Under 40 celebration. My name is Alicia Jordan McDonald, and I am one of the co-chairs for the Aramark Young Professionals ERG. I'm also Director of Strategic Partnerships for K-12 in the South Region and have been an active member of AYP for many years. Aramark Young Professionals, or AYP, was established to drive business outcomes and support the organization's efforts to engage, develop, and retain young professionals, one of the fastest growing segments of the workforce. Our mission is to connect, engage, and empower young professionals and their allies through a network that cultivates future leaders, enhances the capability of our workforce, and helps ensure Aramark's competitive advantage. I joined AYP because I really enjoy developing talent and growing our future leaders, and AYP provided that continued opportunity while being able to grow my Aramark network. We would love for you to join AYP or any other ERG, and you can do so by going to aramark.net and clicking on the Employee Resource Groups under the Quick Links navigation page.
Awesome. Welcome everybody to the 40 Under 40 celebration. My name is Leah Huff and I'm the outgoing co-chair of AYP. While my passion is helping AYP and driving the ERG forward, my day job with Aramark is as the director of commodities for K-12 underneath the menu and product team. I've been with the company for over 10 years. I actually started out as an intern with us in Denali, Alaska, and have worked in K-12 operations and then in various OpEx roles over the past 5 years. I'm located right outside of Philadelphia in Chester County and have a 4-year-old and surprisingly a baby due any day now. Today, we are so truly lucky to be celebrating our Aramark at the global level. We have people from Canada, Chile, the United States, China, Germany, UK, and Ireland. We are welcoming everyone from around the globe, and thank you for joining us. As our celebration gets going, we encourage you to celebrate our winners utilizing the chat function of YouTube. Make sure you give your winners a shout out. So why did I get involved with AYP? When I was out in the field, I remember having a conversation with my DM at the time, hey Alicia Ken, if you're on the line, around some Aramark policies. I wanted to know how I could influence them if possible, and her response, get involved with an ERG. I've not looked back since. Not only has AYP supported my professional and personal growth, the DE&I ERG teams have become my family. I've been able to foster a network of peers and leaders who push me, listen to me, and guide me. Leading an ERG has exposed me to growth opportunities and network opportunities inside and outside of Aramark. Now let's hear from Erin about her time with AYP.
Thank you, Leah, and welcome to our 40 Under 40 winners. We are so excited to celebrate you tonight. A special thank you to your family members, your leaders, your clients, and team members who have supported you personally and professionally this year. Your success is not yours alone, but is also a reflection of the commitment of your tribe. I'm Erin Council. I'm a district manager in Business Dining West Region and live in beautiful Denver, Colorado. I'm also very excited to serve as incoming co-chair for AYP. I joined AYP several years ago, back when I was still considered a young professional myself. However, my passion for this ERG really amplified this year as we navigated the challenge of the last 18 months and needed to come up with unique and creative ways to connect with colleagues around the world through a tiny computer screen. When Leah asked me if I was interested in taking on a leadership role, I was humbled. Planning this inaugural 40 Under 40 event and celebrating our winners has been a career highlight for me, and I'm honored to be here. Imagine, if you will, you are a young professional, just moments after graduating college and embarking on life as an adult. You find yourself on the first day of your new job, but it's not just any job. You have been selected to live and work internationally as a team leader during the Summer Olympic Games. You might think to yourself, you need to find a coach, a mentor, someone to take you under their wing and teach you about leadership, about grit, resilience. For me, that is my story, and my mentor, my coach, the leader who influenced who I would become as a professional, was Mark Bruno. It is my honor and privilege to introduce a leader who has shaped who I am, both personally and professionally. COO of U.S. Food and Facilities, and my mentor, Mark Bruno.
Well, thank you for those kind words. You know, Erin, it's always wonderful to see you And to be here on this occasion today to celebrate the AYP winners is really one of the highlights of the year, quite frankly. I'm coming to you, as Leah said, from the Philadelphia area as well, where I live. And you know, for those of you that I know, it's you know, I can't send my congratulations enough. For those of you I don't know, I can't wait to meet you in person one day. You know, my story is a long one, and starts with starts as a young college student that, you know, took a shot and walked up to a guy at the career fair at the booth, at the ARA booth, excuse me, and found a way to snag a summer internship in Detroit, Michigan, when I was in college. And 28 years later, I'm still here and enjoying every minute. And I got to tell you, it's a wonderful time to be at Aramark. In my long career, there has been a multitude of highlights and lowlights, mostly highlights. And one of the highlights is right now. And the reason for that is, despite the pandemic and the difficult challenges that all of us and all of you have navigated through this past year, we're going to come out as a company much stronger as a result. It's not coming without some pain and you know, challenges that we've had to live through. But the reason we're coming out much stronger is because we've been able to, as a company, prior to the pandemic and during the pandemic, shift our focus and really shift the narrative around the company as a growth organization, as a company that's focused on growth. And I've been a part of that earlier in my career, where the company was just growing leaps and bounds. And it's a fun environment to be in. So that's why I believe it's one of the most important times to be in Aramark, because I think we're going to find ourselves having a lot of fun. And growth is something that is the key element of most careers. Many careers are all about capitalizing on opportunities when growth comes, personally and professionally. And so, you know, like Aaron mentioned, we had an opportunity to work together way back when at the Olympics. And, you know, her career has been able to flourish and blossom as a result of that time that she spent there, getting to meet people from all over the organization, all over the globe, and translate and parlay that into an incredible career up into business dining now that she manages today. You know, same thing for me. You know, if it hadn't grown, this company, when I joined it in 1993, was a $3 billion company. And it's over 5 times that now. And that's come primarily through organic growth. And so the result of moving through all the lines of business, moving through all the different positions, and ultimately being a COO has really come as a result of the growth that this company has provided. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. So as a young professional, I would say, you know, the most important thing to do is to focus on the job at hand, make sure that you master and do the best job you possibly can, but always take the experiences that you're getting at the time and translate that into learnings that will help you in your next role. Be proactive about helping to manage your career and use networks effectively. And one of the best networks at this company is AYP. I can tell you that, and because I was actually part of the founding of AYP about a decade ago, when we began ERGs at Aramark, and AYP was one of the first ones that we created. I happened to be the executive sponsor at the time, and was able to do that for many years until Carl took over. And while I miss being a part of AYP as the executive sponsor, I love the fact that we have continued increasing membership. We've got some of the best energy in the company resides in this group. And this is a network of people that, while you may not be together geographically or within the same business units, you have an opportunity to get to know each other and find ways to connect that will help you as your career progresses. So, you know, kudos to everybody who's a member. Kudos to those who are active and use the network as a way to learn more about the company and find ways to use it to work with each other and make the company even better. So I certainly appreciate that. I am ecstatic at the notion when Carl told me that you were doing these awards. I was actually jealous because I wish I had come up with the idea. The fact that we're recognizing 40 of our young professionals is just a testament to the great work that you do, but also the fact that we allowed the company to submit nominations and got over 400 nominations for this award. So you have all, it's kind of like applying to a tough college. You all got in, and you all are well deserving of the recognition, especially coming off the year that we've had, the just challenges that all of you have arisen to. I can't thank you enough. I'm excited also about the fact that the winners will partake in these development opportunities that we're going to give you. I think there's no better way to celebrate your success than to continue to invest in your development. So I am, again, just very appreciative of the opportunity to address all of you today, to send my personal thanks to each of you for the incredible award that you're receiving. And I just wish you continued success in your careers. Of course, if I can be of help at any time, please let me know. But thank you for being a part of it. And most importantly, congratulations to each and every one of you. And thanks again.
Huge congratulations to all the 40 under 40 winners, especially Marcus Williams and John Gilbert in S&E.
Congratulations, Justin Cruz, District Manager, K-12 Education.
Congratulations, Sarah Folds, Regional Facilities Manager with International, England.
Hi, my name is Andy Sickles, President of Aramark Canada, and I want to congratulate all of you in this inaugural group of 40 under 40. And a big shout out to Brad Atkinson, so proud that you could represent Canada in this illustrious group.
Congratulations, Katarina Johansson, Legal Counsel with International, Germany. Congratulations, Emma Kirk, Offshore Finance Manager with International, UK.
Congratulations to all the winners of the 40 under 40 recognition. We are so proud of you and so thankful for all of your accomplishments to date. But what is even more exciting to me is the ways in which you will shape the culture at Aramark in the years to come. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, Brad Atkinson, Director of Business Development with International, Canada. Congratulations, Diego Cerda, Head of Finance Supply Chain with International, Chile. Congratulations, Lynn Long, Senior Legal Counsel with International, China.
Congratulations, John Gilbert, General Manager, Sports and Entertainment.
Congratulations on your well-deserved recognition. We value each and every one of our ERGs, and we genuinely appreciate and value you for your contributions to the Aramark Young Professionals. Well done. Thanks so much, and again, congratulations.
Congratulations, Dan Regler, Vice President of Finance, K-12 Education. Congratulations, Jordan Glazier, Vice President of Human Resources, Leisure. Congratulations, Aaron Mogier, Zone Sales Manager, Refreshment Services.
Congratulations to all of you for being nominated and selected, our brightest young leaders. Aramark's a great company, but it's even a better culture. It's a great place to build careers and build leaders. I look forward to working with each of you to make great things happen today, but also to create an environment that's great for those who will come after us. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all the 40 and under 40 winners. To be recognized this early in your career for your outstanding leadership is a tremendous honor. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize Jordan Glazier and Bob Jensen from our leisure team. We are so proud of you. Again, congratulations to all, and keep up the great work.
Congratulations, Marcus Williams, Director of Concessions, Sports and Entertainment. Congratulations, Tiffany Kalin, Manager, Strategic Accounts Implementation, Uniform Services. Congratulations, Eric Laughlin, Key Account Manager, Uniform Services.
Hey everybody, just wanted to give a quick shout out and congratulations to all you 40 under 40 winners. Thank you for all that you do and we appreciate you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Claire Ryan, Key Account Director, International Ireland.
Hi, this is Gary Crompton with Business Dining. Congratulations to all the Aramark Young Professional 40 under 40 award winners. What a great recognition. You should all be very proud of all the hard work and accomplishments that led you to this night. Special shout out to the Business Dining recipients, Brianna Penna, Eric Adams, and Joseph Noel. I know I speak for all of Business Dining when I say congratulations, and we're all very proud to have you on the team.
Congratulations, Long Lirong and all Aramark Young Professional. Today is your day. Your hard work and commitment bring you this honor, and this is a moment to celebrate your excellent performance. Enjoy your success. Cheers.
Congratulations, Paula Garcia Angulo, Talent Development Manager with International Chile.
Congratulations, Emily Ramsdell, General Manager with Healthcare. Congratulations, Jimmy Slosh, District Manager with Healthcare. Congratulations, Chanel Brown, Vice President, Strategic Partnership with Higher Education. Congratulations, Rachel Kelm LaChapelle, General Manager with Higher Education. Congratulations, Matt Rogers, Vice President of Growth with Harvest Table.
Hey, Jack Donovan here. Matt and Rachel over at Harvest Table, Chanel and Higher Ed, congratulations on being named one of Aramark's top 40 under 40. Now the rest of the company knows what we knew already. You're great people and great people to work with. Congratulations again, and see you soon.
Congratulations, Tony Beasley, Resident District Manager with Facilities. Congratulations, Jacqueline Broaddus, District Manager with Facilities. Congratulations, Marina Jacobs, B2B Marketing Manager with Facilities.
Congratulations, Matthew Mary, Financial Analyst with Facilities.
A heartfelt congratulations to all of the award winners, and a special shout out to the winners from Aramark's legal department around the globe. You exemplify our service mentality and demonstrate our hospitality culture every day. Keep doing great things.
Congratulations, James Nugent, Regional Operations Manager with Facilities. Congratulations, Katie Tracy, Vice President of Finance with Facilities.
Congratulations, Stephen Grant, District Manager with Corrections.
Hi everyone, Tim Bartram with Correctional Services. Just wanted to take a moment to congratulate each of the winners of the Aramark Young Professionals 40 under 40. look, a significant accomplishment. A lot of people that were nominated, top talent within our business, and you were selected. That says a lot about the value that you bring to the company. We appreciate you, and congratulations again on a significant achievement.
Congratulations to Joseph Noel, Multi-Unit General Manager for Business Dining. Congratulations, Hamza Abu Ragib, Sustainable Sourcing Manager for Avendra. Congratulations, Shannon Braden, Assistant General Counsel, Employment Law for Corporate. Congratulations to Kevin Brett, Senior Counsel for Corporate. Congratulations, Aaron Noss, Senior Director, External Communications for Corporate. Congratulations, Nita Tepsuvan, Senior Business Analyst with Accounts Payable Team. Congratulations to Mackenzie Graff, IT Technical Analyst for Avendra. Congratulations, Eric Adams, Chief Innovation Officer for the LifeWorks Restaurant Group. Congratulations, Brianne Penna, HR Manager for Business Dining. Congratulations to Bob Jensen, Fleet Director for the Leisure Southwest Region. Congratulations, William Chan, Account Manager for Avendra.
Congratulations to all the winners of the inaugural 40 Under 40 recognition. Well done. You are truly the best of the best. I am confident that the foundation that is being built today at Aramark will be made even better under your leadership and direction in the years to come. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations again to all of our winners. I'm having a hard time wiping the smile off my face after watching that video. It is just incredible to see so many familiar faces, to hear from our leaders, and to see the pride that everyone takes in having members of their team represented in our first class of 40 Under 40. I also want to thank and acknowledge those of you that have joined us to support your winners tonight. I believe we have over 150 of you out there in the audience, and I just wanted to let you know how much we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to be here for tonight's celebration. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the leadership of the Aramark Young Professionals organization, to Leah Huff, to Aaron Council, to Alicia Jordan McDonald, and to a host of folks behind the scenes who have made the celebration possible. We thank you for the hard work, the effort, more importantly for your passion towards the ERG and to this program. As Mark mentioned, the feedback that we've heard around this program has just been incredible, and all the credit goes to Leah and Alicia and Aaron for coming up with this idea, but more importantly for the execution of what it took to get us to this point. And it certainly was not without a lot of hard work. So thank you, ladies, for your leadership of this event as well as of the ERG. I want to just share a few comments with the group, and some of it may echo what Mark spoke of earlier in the program. But it goes without saying that Aramark is a great company for young professionals. There's not a company that I can think of that allows you to learn from your mistakes, to take on incredibly vast challenges, whether it's revenue or events or openings at a young age, and a company that provides you with an opportunity to grow and learn and have experiences, candidly, that are unlike any other. And for those of you that weren't with the winners this morning, we led a session where we got to know everyone and hear a little bit about the backgrounds of our winners. And one of the questions that our winners were asked to answer was to talk about their most memorable experience with Aramark, or their most memorable time with the company. And there were some themes that came across in that discussion. Things like being part of a team as they came together, as we formed the organization, being part of big events. We heard about Super Bowls or All-Star games, or working, supporting large openings of accounts and mobilizing challenges over the weekend and coming together with our colleagues to achieve something that no one thought was possible. We heard about being out in the community on the Aramark Building Community Days, being with peers from all across a marketplace or a market center, from all different lines of business, and getting to make new friends and have new experiences together. We heard about being part of firefighting and having someone behind you to help you through a tough challenge. We heard about seeing the Pope, or being at a Super Bowl, or just having the chance to intern in a beautiful place like Denali National Park. The memories that can be created at work are also incredibly unique within Aramark. When you think about the scope of services that we provide, where we operate, what we do for our customers and for our clients. I thought I would share with you my most memorable experience with Aramark. And it happened opening day of April 2000 at Coors Field, the Rockies home opener. I was working as an assistant concessions manager at the time, and happened to be out in the outfield, and I saw a beer keg explode with beer flying everywhere. And as it's been described to me today, like a knight in shining armor, I came to the rescue and was able to secure the keg of became my wife, and we met over spilled beer. Essentially, Jen moved on to become an HR manager with us, and then retired to be a full-time mom. But that day is one I'll never forget, and I owe my marriage to this company. And those experiences that you all will have throughout your career, whether you meet your wife or your significant friend, or you make great friends, those are things that can happen in a great company like this. As Mark mentioned, the more we grow, the more opportunities that we're going to have come our way. I think about the place that I'm at today, having started like Mark as a college intern in business dining, having the opportunity to work in many different parts of our company and around the world. Those opportunities didn't come out of luck. They came out of the growth of this company. As we were growing, we needed great people to take on challenges and opportunities. And there is a mindset that exists today about stretching talent, about giving the rising talent opportunities to take on businesses and experiences that may not be commonplace, but may come your way because of that growth. And as we create growth, we will all win. The personal and the professional values that will be created will be really special for all of us. In this group, the winners that we celebrate tonight, you are part of our future. You are our future. And this is a bright future that we have ahead. There's no doubt in my mind, as those opportunities come our way, you're the group we're going to be looking towards. We're going to need your leadership, our young professionals who are going to take us to the next level, who are going to help us grow this company and help us deliver on the commitments that we make to our customers, to our employees, and to our communities. I want to thank you all again for your incredible efforts this past year. I want to congratulate all of our winners tonight, and know that we have a great program ahead filled with some incredible professional development. I also want to take a moment to share on behalf of John Zillmer his gratitude and his thanks and his congratulations to all of you. Unfortunately, he got tied up on a call with a board committee this evening and was unable to join us. But he sends his regards, but more importantly, he sends his thanks and his congratulations to each and every one of you, as he believes wholeheartedly in the future of our company and the growth trajectory we have ahead, and knows that it's going to take the 40 of you to help us accomplish that. So thank you again for joining us this evening. I'm going to turn the presentation back over to Leah Huff and wish you all the best. I look forward to seeing many of you over the next couple days at our great professional development programs. Leah?
Thank you so much, Carl. And thank you all again for being here tonight. We're so excited that you were able to celebrate our winners with us. Over this week, our group of 40 will be exploring negotiation skills, their values and how they drive their careers, and learning to pivot in life when life throws us a curveball. They will have the opportunity to connect with senior leaders from around the globe and hear from industry experts in the hospitality space. We look forward to having them participate the rest of the week with us and beyond. One of our commitments with AYP to our winners is a full year of learning. Starting Monday the 10th, they will have access to the LinkedIn Learning platform sponsored by AYP. We also commit to at least 2 networking events and 1 professional development event over the next year specifically for our winners. We look forward to seeing them grow within Aramark. I also look forward to seeing how this award continues to grow year over year, and I couldn't say thank you enough to the AYP leadership team for all that they've done this week and months prior to making this possible. So thank you to Aaron and Alicia, TJ, Justin, Danielle, Sam, Blair, Darland, and our DE&I leader, Kayla. Have a wonderful and safe evening, everybody. Thank you, and make sure to check out all the ERGs that Aramark has to offer, including AYP. Thank you so much.